Hey guys, Fix It John. We're here at the airport because we're going up to Nashville to look at some property. So we got all our luggage and we're ready to go. Gonna look for some farmland. All right, guys, we have our bags already checked, and before you get on any plane or make any flights, make sure you get a nice context. Otherwise, you might get lost in the airport. All right, we're flying on American. Let's see where we're sitting. We're right here in front, like the rich kids, sitting right in front of the plane.
Good evening and welcome aboard American Airlines.
We're all buckled up and ready to go. Say something. Yeah. Guys, I just saw Kamala in the airport looking for a job. Okay, hey guys, Fix It John here. Today the wife and I were here in Brentwood, Tennessee, and today's our first day looking for property and land. We haven't decided what we're going to get yet, property and land. Well, we know we're getting land, but we don't know if we want property on it or not. If it's the right property, we're going to get it. But we're pretty much just looking around to see what part of Tennessee we want to move to. It's time for a change in our lives, and we're coming back up to cold country. Here's some of the properties around here. We're fixing to pull into the property we're going to look at, but should be right up here to the left. So this must be it right here. This is the first time for us being here. And I think our realtor is behind us, so. Get a little run so we don't spin out. I'm having a four-wheel drive. There it is. Where can I put my burn pile? That's what I want to know. Got a nice little shed in the back here. Look at the view there. It's pretty. Wow. Gorgeous. All right, guys, there it is. $1 million view for $1 million house. I think there's like 6 or 7 acres here. It's a beautiful place. Let me show you around here. I don't think it's the house for us, though. A lot of deferred maintenance here. It's a 91 and the brick's already starting to fall apart there. Very pretty though. There's our rental truck right there, that Chevy. Got that from Alamo, that Chevrolet truck. Scoop would have a fun time running around here though. And not in the flood zone here. This is a 10-acre property. We got a doggy right here defending his property. Let's see what it looks like. There it is, guys. That's who has the property. 10.2 acres. Beautiful property. This is the third property we've looked at. Looks like the markers down there. I don't know what the road frontage is, but it's a nice property here. Got a house there, and there's a house right over here. Let's see if it goes straight down. Yeah, it's got a gentle roll to it. There's that house. You could probably put a house right here. You'd be close to that one, but 10 acres. That's the only downfall. You're right beside your neighbors right there, but still, you have 10 acres. So fiddle fart on. Probably pretty narrow because their property is right there. But yeah, I like it. There's an old barn here. And you got a lot of rock down here too. Lots of rocks. Holy cow. Looks like all the neighbors took their rocks and threw them on your yard. Chased out of here with dogs behind me. There's some guy coming. There's the dogs chasing me. All right, guys, and this property here in College Grove is auction. So we're gonna see what we can do with this one. That would be a nice property to get right there. 29 acres. All right, the only thing I see wrong with this is this big old creek coming through this property. Sure is pretty though. This is Fix It John. I just wanted to show you our little Airbnb we're staying in. This is in a little community in Brentwood. Look how big those yards are. Very nice. We've stayed here before. We like the people that rent it. So yeah, there's the backyard. Very nice. There's the wifey peeking through. We're out here in Nolensville, and out here on this steep graded property with rock all over. For me, I'd have to find a decent flat spot. Then you got rock all around, and you can't put any sewer in. Septic tanks, nowhere for your septic to perk. That's the problem with this property right here. Sure is pretty here. Land has just went out of sight up here on this property. On these properties, Nolensville, Franklin, Leapers Fork. I can't afford this prices on these places here, especially Leapers Fork and Franklin. Back in the truck. Moving on down to Columbia, Tennessee, where it's a little cheaper. But yeah, they had something going on here at one point. All right, guys, I just want to do a recap on what I saw yesterday. We saw two properties. One of them was 15 acres and the other one was 3 acres. The 3 acres you couldn't really build on. I mean, it was on the side of a hill and that was it. But I mean, you could have, but it's going to cost big money. The 15 acres I loved. The wife didn't care for it because it was close to some high tension lines. I mean, the big ones. So this trip is turning out to be where do we want to live, and not where we're going to live. I mean, we're looking at properties in different areas. We're going to go look at 2 of them today. We might like the land, but we may not like the community. So we'll see, and we're getting ready to take off. All right, guys, this property here is 5 acres, and it's an auction type property to buy. 5 acres. It's got a perks up to a 5-bedroom. But I don't know if they're going to allow my little mobile home here, because look at the property. This is the neighbors right there. Big old fancy house. This is probably the 5 acres here, and another big old fancy house. We plan to build a new house, but I don't want a house that big. I'll be okay with like 2,800 square feet house. Because the bigger it is, the more I have to paint. So yeah, I'm not even if I could afford it, I don't want anything that big. So let's take a look at the property. There it is, guys. It's got some trees out here. But yeah, it goes way back. All right, guys, this is our last day here in Tennessee. I think it's Brentwood. We have 2 more properties to look at. We're finding out where we want to live, maybe College Grove, Arrington. Anyway, there's so many different communities here that are beautiful, but we're still looking, and we might not buy right away, but we'll know where we want to live. Oh yeah, it's Franklin. It's a real beautiful modern town. It's big and it's pricey too, but probably not as expensive as Florida, but there's just so much more country out here. The wife and I, we went to this restaurant, and let me find out, she saw a country music singer. I didn't even know who he was until after we had left. Still don't know who he is. His name was Rory Feek. I'd never saw him in my life. I mean, he looked like an ordinary guy. Looked like a blue-collar guy sitting there. Nothing fancy, but he nodded at me, and I'm like, you know, just didn't know who he was, but I guess he's pretty famous. Yeah, we really like Tennessee. It'll probably be a couple years before we move here. I have a couple boys in college, and hoping the prices of land will drop a little bit. But anyway, we don't want to live out in the sticks either. So hopefully the price of land will drop a little bit. I did find one piece, but the wife didn't like it. Moving on, we're going to see a couple in College Grove, and I think we're going to wrap it up. She's going to see her family, and we're going to wrap it up and catch an airplane back to Florida. Guys, we just pulled over. Here's 5 acres, 700,000. You can buy a lot of bologna for that. But it's out in the country here. Now, I don't know if those stakes there are for the perk area or what. You see those stakes right there? Has this site been perk tested already, Julie? And you need it perk tested so you could build a house on here for your affluent off your septic tank to flow. Because they don't have any city sewer systems here, you got to have a septic tank and a leachy bed. And it needs to be able to perk down through the ground. If it's all rock, it won't perk. Nice little property there though, 5 acres. There's the address if anybody's interested. It's actually 6661 is where the property is. On what's the road, Julie? Arno Allison. There's a cemetery up here, guys. If that's a pet cemetery, I could be buried there when I die. Yeah, just to give you perspective. There's the gravel, and then that's the property. All right, guys, here's another one, College Grove. I think this is 450, 5 acres. And they've probably got the site prepped over here for a house. But there's another lot right down the street we're gonna go look at, just right over here, 4 or 5 lots down. Guys, here's the other one, 450, 5 acres, but I mean, that driveway is literally straight up. If it iced over, you could never make it up here. Beautiful view, but I don't think I wanna, I don't know, I mean, pricing 450 plus, I'm sure they charge you extra to build a house up here. Need a dozer to get all your equipment up here, lumber and all that. Hey guys, we're back here in Nashville Airport, International Airport. This is the busiest airport they have in Tennessee. We're returning our rental truck to Alamo before catching a flight back to Tampa. If you have any suggestions about properties that you saw mentioned in this video, feel free to leave a comment.